talking with men's soccer coach Joe Ahearn now on minorathletics.com. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Appreciate you having me.
You're 4-3-1 right now, getting ready to come back home where you play 4 of your next 6 games at home. Had a pretty good weekend at home 2 weeks ago, defeated St. Joe's and Indy, and then went out on the road last week. Played a good match at number 9 Quincy, came up on the short end of a 2-0 decision, and then Sunday your guys came out, scored 11 seconds into the game. That really set the tone in a 4-0 win at Illinois Springfield.
It did. The guys responded well after Friday night's game. Quincy's a very good team. They did a lot of things well, and actually I think we did a lot of good things ourselves. We just talked about finishing off plays, and I think that we saw the benefit of that conversation come Sunday, where guys rewarded themselves with the good work they're putting on the field.
Talk about the goal 11 seconds in Sunday, fastest goal in school history, breaking the record that was set 2 years ago, also by Peter Hall.
Yeah, I think credit to Peter Vaccaro for putting the initial pressure on and slipping Peter Hall in, and Peter kept his composure and tucked it away. And I think that really established the tone of the game right there. The guys are playing with loads of energy in the first 30-35 minutes, and I think we saw the benefit of that going in at halftime 2-0.
All right, now this week you're back at home. You've got a very good Missouri St. Louis team. They've won 4 in a row. Their goalkeepers, GLVC Player of the Week. He's posted 4 shutouts already this year. You know you've got a handful with this UMSL team, a team that beat you last year 4-0 at their place.
Yeah, they're good. It doesn't really matter what the records are going into this game. I feel that it's always a really good game. Last year they took it to us, and they're on a roll. They beat a good Rockers team and William Jewell team last weekend, and they're coming into town, and our guys will be ready for it.
But of course, the game is at home. First time in a couple of years that you've played them at home. I know your guys are excited to get back on the home field where they've had a lot of success over the past couple of years.
Yeah, coming into the last week of September, early October. September, 6 of our first 8 games were on the road, so we knew it was going to be tough. And I feel we're in a decent position going into October with 4 of our next 6 games at home and 5 of our next 8. So being on the road takes its toll on you after a while, but I think this will be great for the guys to recharge and head into October with some energy so that we're peaking at the right time.
We talked about this Monday morning. This is something, your ball club, you're not a front runner right now, but you're not so far out of it. You're right where you want to be, right there in the middle to make a run. You've talked a lot. September's been about managing the games, and then right around the end of September, early October, really taking off as a team.
Yeah, because it's such a short season and soccer's in the fall, you only have so much time to spend with your group before the season actually starts. It's really like 2-3 weeks at the most. So the first couple weeks in September, most clubs are still trying to find their form. They're just still trying to find a rhythm about themselves. And as I mentioned before, getting through that road span of 6 of those 8 games being on the road, coming out above 500 or right at 500 in the league, we're in a fine position. We're not worried. We're not panicking. And but more importantly, we need to make the most of October with 4 of these next 6 games being at home. So,
well, you talked about that Sunday, Maryville. This is always a tough game for your guys. Again, doesn't matter what the records are; they're going to give you a game. First time you played them, came down to a late goal. Then the next year was a goal in double overtime. Then last year at their place, they beat you 2-0. So your guys know what to expect with them.
Yeah, the nature of this league is you find a lot of players on these teams that have relationships they had prior to going into college, whether it was with their high school or club teams, especially the St. Louis teams coming in. We know a lot about them. It's going to be competitive games, but we're worried about UMSL first on Friday, and then we'll regroup on Saturday and start talking about Maryville.
All right, that's men's soccer coach Joe Ahearn. Coach, thanks for joining us today. You can follow Friday and Sunday's games via live stats with the link on minorathletics.com. I'm Luke Rennie.